an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
The Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and online at WGNSradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Good morning.
It's a good cold morning.
I'm telling you.
Woo! Lord have mercy.
You go out there and warm up that bus this morning before you head out, or just
but school ain't back until Monday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm still vacating. Speaking of vacating,
But I was coming down. I was behind some school buses, so other counties have started back.
yeah, Woodbury started back, and we saw their buses running, leaving the houseboat the other day.
I know the folks in White County because that's where I headed down from this morning. Because I was right behind the school bus.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we fire back up Monday.
That's right. You said that's 8th, right?
Yes.
That's what you said. I got a good memory, Mickey. It's just not real long.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Good to see producer Brian back with us this morning.
Yeah, Brian
Good
Baird
to
is
see you,
back.
buddy.
Along with Scott Walker.
Yeah, Mr.
Scott's he's in deep thought this morning. I'm just not sure what's going on with him.
He's a busy guy.
I can just see the brains just churning.
He's busy.
And Mick Rooney Gannon and Avett Lane. And
Hello, John.
are you connected up? And
I think.
I've already heard them.
all right.
Scott, is this a mic up?
Yeah, you got your volume right there, dude.
Yeah, well.
Is she working?
Huh?
Oh,
I
I hear you fine.
I hear you good.
Yeah.
Well.
Turn that little volume up and down
Yeah,
there.
I did. There it is.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just it's called volume.
Yeah.
Little knob called volume.
John, I forgot more about knobs than you'll ever know.
I wonder if his knob goes to
And we
11.
both know that. That's the reason, which is the only reason I wanted to gig you a little bit, since you know I'm a nerd at it.
I bet his knob goes to 11.
I got a gig for you.
And we have Nene's kids back with us.
Yes, we do. Morning, guys.
Nay.
Glad to, and thank y'all for singing to us this morning. That was awfully nice.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
we're going to crank right into some songs because we'll never get to them all, I don't think. But I'm kind of doing this. I apologize to my Facebook viewers. I'm doing a kind of an encore from last night. But yesterday was a very pivotal, historic day in country music history, and not just country music history.
And what was that?
Something that's happened very rarely, and I still think it may be the only country song to still have one distinction. But on January 4th, 1960, Marty Robbins' iconic ballad El Paso hit #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 pop charts. It was already #1 on the country charts.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
It was the only second song in history at that time. The year before, Sonny James's song Battle of New Orleans was briefly on #1 country, #1 pop. But the distinction about Marty's song, there's been some since, but not a lot. There's a handful since. But I still think his song at 4 minutes and 40 seconds may still hold that record.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What?
Think about it. No.
Well, that's
Think
okay,
about it.
Mick. That's okay, Mick. Don't be sorry.
In today's music world, there is no way Sonny James or Marty would have a song on the pop charts today.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Columbia Records, he had to battle them to release this as a single, and the only way they agreed, they said we'll do a double A side. The original version, 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and you've got to write a truncated, shorter version for the other A side of the single. But guess what? The public and the DJs wanted, and the one they flocked to. They didn't like the short version, and it was the longer version is the one that hit #1 on the country and pop charts.
Well, speaking of pop charts and whatever, do you know what the top song is out there
today?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Does anybody?
I don't know. It's like
It's a different
I don't
world.
keep up with
Yeah.
it.
I don't know anybody.
I
that
don't
does.
keep up with it.
But,
I used to.
Whoops, I'll get it.
But another thing's funny about Marty Robbins to me, y'all all know my story with him, a lot of parts of it anyway, but there's many times over the years, many times, I've lost count of how people learn I play music, and they'll say, well, what do you do? I said, well, I like to do a lot of Marty Robbins stuff. They go, Marty Robbins, who's that? And I just start doing this song.
And they go,
Oh, yeah, I know that guy. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Nighttime would find me in Rosa's cantina. Music would play and Felina would whirl. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting her spell. My love was deep for this Mexican maiden. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing and daring, a drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I loved. So in anger I challenged his right for the love of this maiden. Down went his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. The handsome young stranger lay dead on the floor. Just for a moment I stood there in silence, shocked by this foul evil deed I had done. Many thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had but one chance, and that was to run. So out through the back door of Rosa's I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run. Up on its back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso out to the Badlands of New Mexico. Back in El Paso, my life would be worthless. Everything's gone in life, nothing is left. It's been so long since I've seen the young maiden. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I saddled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet will find me. Tonight nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. And at last here I am on the hill overlooking El Paso. I can see Rosa's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward. Down off the hill to Felina I go. Keep the beat now. Now I'm not really going to try to imitate Marty, but I'm going to emulate one particular word and try to do it the way he always did it.
Well, clean it up when you're done.
Okay. Off to my right I see 5 mounted cowboys. Off to my left, right, a dozen or more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I have to make it to Rosa's back door. But something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. Though I am trying to stay in the saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. I see the white puff of smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. cradled by two loving arms that I'll die for. One little kiss and Felina, goodbye. Nice job, guys.
That's hard early in the morning.
So you got the so you got the under the moon. That's what he had. Interesting way he said that word. He'd always do it. So Felina. Well, you know what? I don't know if we ought to do that. I'm gonna get you guys. Let's start out with
Where you want to go to?
Where do you want to go to, Johnny B?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Let's. Are you ready to see Nene's kids can
Well,
go
hey,
hit 'em up?
Nene's kids, are you guys ready for some
Yeah,
fun time?
always.
Because we're at 50, right?
They are listening.
You know, they sang to us this morning, didn't
Yes,
they?
they did. Wasn't that cool?
Man, I love that. That was good.
Yeah, they got their instruments out and they're ready to sing along with us and play along with us. And I think that's so cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I'm well, I retune after the Capo Creep. Y'all are back at
we appreciate
Hot Springs Sunday, right?
Yeah, the big jam is back. Starting every Sunday this Sunday. My good buddies, the Cooter River Band, they're at Seasons tonight from 7 to 10. My group, Rockin' Country, we're at Seasons tomorrow night, 7 to 10. And then catch me and Avon and all the fine fellas at the Jam Band on Sunday, starting at 2:30 Sunday afternoon.
And you got Mr. Eric Lopez is going to host,
Yes.
and wonderful artist,
Oh,
great
yeah.
singer, great guitar player.
Great.
He's one funky dude, man. I like
Nice.
him.
That's
I
great.
like him,
That is
yeah.
great. That is great.
And Delenn, he's off in Florida, so Delenn, have some
Delenn.
good gigs out there, buddy.
He's trying to
I'm
get-
hoping he's warmer down there. I bet he will be.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Oh man.
Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to. Marty wrote 2 sequels to El Paso. He was in the midst of writing a third entitled "The Mystery of Old El Paso" when he passed away in December of '82 at the age of 57. Didn't ever recover from a second major quadruple bypass he had, and he lived for about 5 days, but just didn't survive. God rest his soul. I remember it vividly when it came on TV. I cried like a baby. I just literally did. And but the second sequel he wrote was entitled Felina, and it tells the whole story from Felina's growing up side and coming to and it gives the ending of the story. But it's about 8.5 minutes long.
Yep.
So he didn't win the battle to release that one as a single, but it's on his album. And
Now, was Felina an actual person since he wrote about her so much?
there was a girl that he went to grammar school with.
named Felina.
Yes.
Wow.
There was a girl he went to grammar school
How
with.
about that?
It was a different spelling, but that's how you got the name. And those of you who are Breaking Bad fans will remember the name of the last episode, the very last episode of Breaking Bad. What was the title of that episode?
Felina?
Felina. 'Cause I think it could be translated ending or something. And you remember Walt getting that car he hijacked and finding a Marty Robbins cassette?
Yeah, that was
And he sticks it in.
so cool.
And then when he's building that weapon,
Yeah.
he's singing El Paso to himself.
Yeah, there's
So
a
tell you
lot.
what I do. Let's set Felina aside for right now because
Hey, John, speaking Marty, which, I love doing this stuff. Have you got any plans for your Marty show?
I do. When I reconnected with Lee Solomon, he's all excited about me putting it together and debuting it there at that venue. And so I pulled back my outline I wrote years ago. Still have it, and I'm filling in the gaps in it now to see if I
Cool.
can make it into an actual script. And then he's gonna, since he knows Ronnie Robbins, and I don't. He feels confident he can approach Ronnie and get rights for me to do the show.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Called I Remember Marty. It's one of my 3 bucket list things. And
Well, are we going to be part of it?
I sure as heck hope so. I hope it happens. But thanks for asking, Dave. I appreciate you remembering it.
That's a good show. The little bit we did it a few times, kind of like remember we used to go around the churches.
I think it'll be entertaining. I really do. I keep getting these phone calls. I have to apologize to the Facebook folks that these calls interrupt the. Okay, so for Nene's kids, are they ready?
Are they ready? Here
Which
we go.
one?
Question number
1, which will be 51.
51.
51.
Okay. In the new year, you think about me a lot. I'm right in front of you, but I cannot be seen. What am I?
Uh-oh. Did y'all get that, kiddos?
In the new year, you think about me a lot, and although I'm right in front of you, I cannot be seen.
Ooh, that sounds kind of spooky.
Yeah, man. So let's go to his second sequel, though, which was released as a single in 1976, and guess what? It became a #1 on the country charts.
All about telling a story.
And it's a third vantage point. So he's given, so what he's done, he's given the story as a narrator, singing about the cowboy. Then he's done it as a narrator, singing about Felina. And then he wrote this perspective of a person actually, first person singing about himself. And then I'm told the story of Old El Paso is going to actually be a fourth perspective.
Good grief.
From someone, some old timers in the city of El Paso.
I just noticed something.
What's that?
I need to look this way so I look like I'm looking at you. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it?
Well, I kind of prefer it myself.
But it's kind of bizarre. When I look at you, I'm looking at looking.
Now this song's really dangerous to do this early in the morning. Don't try this at home, folks. From 30,000 feet above the desert floor, I see you there below. A city with a legend, West Texas city of El Paso, where long ago I heard a song about a Texas cowboy and a girl, and a little place called Roses where we used to go and watch this beauty world. I don't recall who sang the song, but I recall the story that I heard. And as I look down on the city, I remember each and every word. The singer sang about a jealous cowboy and the way he used a gun to kill another cowboy. Then he had to leave El Paso on the run. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. The cowboy lived and rode away, but love was strong, he couldn't stay. He rode back just to die in that El Paso sand. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. I try not to let you cross my mind, but still I find there's such a mystery in the song that I don't understand. My mind is down there somewhere as I fly above the badlands of New Mexico. I can't explain why I should know the very trail he rode back to El Paso. Oh, can it be that man can disappear from life and live another time? And does the mystery deepen cause you think that you yourself lived in that other time? Somewhere in my deepest thoughts, familiar scenes and memories unfold. These wild and unexplained emotions that I've had so long that I've never told. Like every time I fly up through the heavens and I see you there below, I get the feeling sometime in another world I lived in El Paso. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. Oh, could it be that I could be the cowboy in the mystery that died there in that desert sand so long ago? El Paso City by the Rio Grande. A voice tells me to go and see, another voice keeps telling me maybe death awaits me in El Paso. El Paso City. Woo!
All right.
Yeah.
We could have lowered that a key, but I just decided to go for it.
Yeah, why not? Wait, put up there.
Telling them stories, man. Telling them stories.
Yeah. Y'all feel like cold air blowing on your head?
Yeah, I feel it every now and then. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Johnny B.
I'm going, whoa.
But you know, it is quite coldish outside too.
Arish.
So, have we an answer yet? Or do we?
Okay, I'll let you do the question.
The question is,
Number 51.
in the new year, you think about me a lot. And although I'm right in front of you, I cannot be seen. What am I?
Da-da-da-da. The future.
Hey!
They got it. All right. Nay, 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 kids. All right. 51. They're starting off the new year right.
All right. So
Woo! Way to go, guys.
we'll give him 52 as we get ready to go into this, okay?
Number 52. Here we go.
Okay. Little Sally.
Hey, we know it, Sally.
Yeah.
Don't we, nay, nay?
Sally was a good old girl.
She will turn 10 years old next year.
Oh.
But she was only 7 the day before yesterday.
What?
How can this be?
What? No, wait a minute. Do that again.
Little Sally will turn 10 years old next year, but she was only 7 the day before yesterday. How can this be?
What?
Leap year? Leap year? No, that's only one
No,
year.
that's only one.
Yeah. Wow, I don't know, man.
Be 10
Crazy,
years,
crazy.
10 years next year. And she's only 7 days before yesterday. So she's 8 today. So next year
All
she'll
right,
be
hey,
9.
Yeah. Making the kiddos use a little math this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here comes producer Brian, so while you're tuning,
Uh-oh, we're going to have to take a break, I believe.
I bet you he's ready for us to take a little pause for the call.
And he doesn't even look accommodating. He just looks like he's just going to take charge and just do it. So we'll be back.
Does your home need freshening up? Let our family at Farrah Construction help you. We do painting, new flooring, anything that you need. If you can dream it, Farrah Construction can turn it into reality. Dream it, Farrah Construction offers high-quality craftsmanship, quick response, and attention to detail. For home restoration at a price you can afford, Farrah Construction can get the job done no matter how big or small it is. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
Are you looking for an old school major medical policy? One that doesn't cover things from yesterday, but does cover the unexpected moving forward? We at Cover My Assets Insurance Group offer multiple types of policies that are customizable and will meet your needs. Send us a message at covermyassets.com. That's covermyassets.com. Or call us today at 615-345-0411. Covermyassets.com.
At Middle Point, we are making major investments to transform our facility and our impact on the community. To date, we've invested $7.5 million in our on-site gas collection and control system, including the installation of 84 new gas wells and nearly 4,000 linear feet of horizontal collectors. These improvements have led to a 98% drop in odor reports, corresponding to a 52% increase in the landfill gas we collect. Follow along at middlepointlandfill.com.
Del Walmsley and the Wealth Cycle. This is the wealth cycle that I've taught for 30 years. Buy one house, 10 houses, an apartment, 2 apartments, 8, 20, 500 units, 1,000 units, 2,000, 5,000 units. And as you keep putting the money and the profits back in, you become one of those rich people. And much quicker than you'd even believe.
Learn Dell's Wealth Cycle at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Use promo code 2023. Save 60%. Code 2023. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com.
A new year means new beginnings. Adams Place Senior Living Community is wishing you a blessed 2024. We encourage you to make long-term resolutions to help you become the best version of you. Start this year off by prioritizing your health and well-being. Take charge and make those changes that you've been thinking about, and 2024 is sure to be your best year yet. I'm Terry Deal, wishing you a Happy New Year from Adams Place.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and AmeriCare Pest Control.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the law offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
With the new year, your Good Neighbor station moved up to 77 years. Now, that's a milestone. And a part of our history is Carl P. Mayfield, a great talent and a great citizen. Carl P., we thank you for all that you did for the Good Neighbor station. Don't forget the Polar Bear Plunge is this Saturday at SportsCom. That's a must-attend event. And this year, the proceeds benefit the Area 16 Special Olympics. The registration starts at 8:30 Saturday morning. The judging of the costume contest is at 9:50, and the plunge is at 10 o'clock. That's this Saturday morning at SportsCom, the Polar Bear Plunge. And you have until January the 14th to buy one and get one free monthly or yearly passes to SportsCom and the Patterson Community Center. Buy one, get one free. That offer expires January 14th. And the ice skating continues all this week right there at the rink outside the Smyrna Outdoor Adventure Center. That's at 100 Sam Ridley Parkway. And again, thank you for listening to WGNS for 77 years.
Good Neighbor weather. Partial sunshine develops here this afternoon, a high in the low 50s. Tonight, chance for rain, cloudy and a low near 38. Saturday, chance for rain, a high of 50. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS. Currently, it's 30.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. As a member of MTE, you have access to educational resources to help you tailor energy use to your lifestyle. Interested in electric vehicles? MTE offers incentives to learn about EVs and connect with others who share your interest.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
Worldwide.
And we're back.
You hear that? Worldwide, baby.
Hey.
Worldwide, baby.
Awesome. So they might be hearing us over there in Scotland.
Hey, big shout out to my buddy Big Mike. And Kenny Pruitt's listening in, ain't he?
Well, heck, Kenny.
Yeah. KP. My buddy KP.
Yeah, baby. So, another number one. What I've chosen today, guys, are only songs Marty actually wrote himself, and all Western ballads. So, there's several. There's quite a few that he didn't write. They had big hits on, but I've purposely chosen only songs he composed of the Western genre to kind of give us a manageable field of songs, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my goodness. What an answer to your question.
Oh, let's hear it.
Let's read the question.
Okay. Okay. Little Sally turns 10 next year, but she was only 7 the day before yesterday.
So how did that happen?
How did that happen? How could that be?
Answer to question 52. The kiddos say this. If today is January the 1st, yesterday, December the 31st, was Sally's 8th birthday, like Avon came up with. On December the 30th, she was still 7. This year, she will turn 9, and next year, she'll turn 10.
December 31.
Way to go, kiddos. Nay, 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 kids.
Nay.
51.
No, that was 52.
I see there.
They're on a roll, man. I'm telling you. We ain't dealing with first graders.
I'll give you guys one. What year did Christmas and New Year's fall in the same year?
What?
Did Christmas and New Year fall in the same year?
Yeah.
Huh.
Every year, you dummies.
Well,
Every year.
Okay. Oh boy.
Just happens one's the first day of the year, though. You know, towards the end.
I told you, man, it's too early in the morning.
Okay. Cincinnati, this will be a cinch for him.
Number 53.
A mother gives birth to a set of twin girls, but they're born in different years and on different days. How can this be?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a cinch for him.
That's
twin girls,
piece of cake. And that happened
but
this year.
born different years, different days.
That happens every year.
Oh, yeah.
He was giving hints.
Well, they got it. I'm
So
sure
let's move into another Western ballad by Marty Robbins, which hit #1 on the country charts, and one of his classics. Probably
movie too, wasn't it?
Probably the second best known of his. Would you agree with that, Avon? Maybe the second best known of his Western ballads is this one.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah.
This was a movie too, wasn't it? Big
Nothing I
Iron?
know of. To the town of Aquafria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip, for the stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. There you go. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, surely looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came a whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. In the town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red.
Bad man.
Many men had tried to take him, and those many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw, back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take it, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Well, the morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from their windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather when a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment, and the folks had gathered around. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have gone on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Big iron on his hip. Yeah.
But I mean, just think of the poetic talent somebody like Marty has to think of these terms to use for a song. You know, to make.
And you can just visualize.
Not a pistol, but big iron. You know, it's like. But it reminds me of like Gordon Lightfoot when he came up with that song, "Ribbon of Darkness." Like, who would ever think
Marty covered
had a number one?
Yeah.
Interesting thing about that song, Gordon's version did not even chart at all, but Marty's was a number one country hit.
That happened to him a whole lot. He had so many.
It happens to a lot of singer-songwriters. They'll do a song, and anyway.
And he said the Ranger. No, the big iron didn't clear his leather. Instead of saying clear his coat, he said clear his leather.
That's right.
So, I mean, you know.
Well, Texas Red had not cleared leather.
Right.
Like, not his holster, not drawn his gun, but had not cleared leather. And then it said before he was shot, he says, before a bullet fairly ripped.
What you can just see it. It's like a.
Well, I would think it's like Marty's talking in cowboy language.
I mean, he is.
Which he is. You know.
It's people just don't realize how the lyrics are just so critical to the song really making it.
And everybody, remembers him being this great driver. You know, he loved 8-track or something,
well, he
or oval.
He liked the midget.
He raced NASCAR, man.
He raced Grand Nationals. He raced down to Nashville.
So he was a cowboy race car driver.
Well, I said this on my live stream last night. Marty was a straight shooter. I'm telling you, he got out, went to the Navy when he was 17, fought in World War II, came back. First time he laid eyes on Arizona Robbins, he told his friend he was going to marry her. He did marry her. They were married the rest of his life, 2 kids. Didn't smoke, didn't drink, no scandals, no rumors, no nothing. I said the only crazy thing he did was drive race cars.
He loved that, man.
Yes, he did.
And he put that midget racing track out there on the New National Highway, where the old VFW used to be.
Yeah.
On Guadalupe, Salvador, he was the commander.
If you remember,
the racetrack was right next to it.
Well, remember at Walter Hill Dam, there was a huge 8-track that people came from all over to race on.
Yeah, on the go-kart, that big go-kart track.
Yep.
Yeah.
And here's the interesting thing about that. I wouldn't even be doing music if I hadn't been exposed to Marty Robbins as a sophomore in high school. Only by chance.
Yeah.
Because of that disastrous blind date, the blind date from where, do I find myself not wanting to go home and think I'm sneaking into the Opry about 11:15 when I wasn't sneaking in at all. They just quit taking tickets on Saturday night and the last show.
What is it after?
But it was only Marty always had the 11:30 last segment because he would race cars on Saturday night at the Nashville Fairgrounds.
That's right.
And he would finish the race.
Well, finish
and then
the
come
story.
check.
He was also the only person that could keep the older crowd there.
That's right.
Past 11:30.
Well, he kept there. It was supposed to end at midnight. He would always go over. It was part of the stick.
And then he's liable to go down to Ernest Tubbs and
Yep.
do the Midnight Jamboree.
So, do we have an answer to that? That was a softball.
Oh, you give him a softball?
That was a softball.
Number 53 question?
Yeah, a mother gives birth to a set of twin girls, but they're born in different years and on different days. How?
Because one was born on December the 31st at 11:59, and the other was born on January the 1st at 12 o'clock a.m.
Hey!
Whoa! Whoa! Nay, 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 these kids.
Up to 53.
Now, she did say this, though. As long as they aren't 2 different sets of twins.
Well,
that could have changed the question.
That's right. That's why I said a set of twin girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
there we go.
So New Year's has many pros.
It does?
Yeah.
Is this question 54?
Yeah, 54. There's a lot of pros to a new year. But what is the biggest con?
Well, Well, let's see. He's usually a fat boy.
Wearing a diaper that's too small.
I like that. That will make you go. That'll make somebody go, ew.
Yeah.
That makes a baby talk way up here. Mommy, give me a bigger diaper, please.
This was, I don't think this song was ever released as a single, but it's on one of his Western albums, and it just, for some reason, it just happens to be one of my very, very favorite Marty songs. I just love this song.
Y'all have never done a New Year's Eve party till the two biggest guys in the room had Depends on, and that was all they had on.
I'm glad I missed that.
Oh, Mickey, don't tell everything you know.
I hear the rain a-comin' down. It makes me sad and blue. Was on a rainy night like this that Flo said we were through. I told her how I loved her and I begged her not to go. But another man had stole her heart, so I said goodbye to Flo. Yes, I said goodbye to Flo. Alone within my cell tonight, my heart is filled with fear. The only sound within the room is the falling of each tear. I think about the thing I've done. I know it wasn't right. They'll bury Flo tomorrow, but they're hanging me tonight. They're hanging me tonight. That night he came and took my Flo and headed into town. I knew I'd have to find this man and try to gun him down. As I walked by a dim cafe and I looked through the door, I saw my Flo with her new love, and I couldn't stand no more. No, I couldn't stand no more. Where are you, Mickey? I took my pistol from my hip, and with a trembling hand I took the life of pretty Flo and that good-for-nothing man. That good-for-nothing man. I think about the thing I've done. I know it wasn't right. They'll bury Flo tomorrow, but they're hanging me tonight. Yes, they're hanging me tonight.
Okay. You want some more Marty trivia?
Yeah.
Well, my good buddy Mike Cowell, my good lake buddy who became recently a grandfather. Congrats, Mike.
Congrats.
Casey and Edge had a beautiful baby. So Mike's now a grandpa again. But here's what he says.
Okay.
Did you know that Marty Robbins also opened the Tri-Oval racetrack at the old Sulphur Dale Park in downtown Nashville in the 60s?
I did not know that.
Mike worked the concession stand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very
Mike,
cool.
Thank you for that, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Now, I remember Sulphur Dale well.
Sulphur Dale, yeah.
I remember Sulphur Dale,
That-
but I
that
did not know
outfield-
that.
Marty
that
opened it.
outfield that would go down.
No, it'd go up.
Or go up.
It'd go up.
Yeah,
Right
thanks,
field
Mike.
would go up.
Yeah, Johnny B will gladly add that to his information on Marty Robbins.
Absolutely. So what I think Brian is buried his back, not to see us, not because he enjoys our company, only to tell us
to shut up
and let's take a break, which we will gladly do.
Hi, this is Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. You might know me as the voice of the Blue Raiders, but I want to be your trusted advisor in real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, it's time to choose Chip. Do you have a growing family and need to upsize? Are you an empty nester now and need to downsize? Are you thinking of selling your current home but just worried you can't find something else? Well, it's time to choose Chip. I'm looking to be your trusted advisor in real estate. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates.
This is Kim Dunaway from Sunshine Nutrition Center. You hear me on Monday mornings at 7:20 talking about how to lead a healthier lifestyle. We carry supplements, personal care, and grocery items at both our Murfreesboro and Smyrna locations, family owned and operated since 1989.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
Since 1903, French's Shoes and Boots has been your hometown store for boots, shoes, apparel, and more. We always have the latest styles from all of your favorite brands. Plus, we have racks loaded with unbelievable bargains, up to 90% off. If you find a lower price, we'll match it, because nobody beats French's everyday low prices.
It makes good sense to shop at French's. French's Shoes and Boots.
1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
The traditional first-year anniversary gift is paper.
Yay! Envelopes.
The traditional 10-year anniversary gift is tin or aluminum.
Are there sardines in here?
And the 20-year anniversary gift is the chance to win up to $1 million.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
It's our anniversary, but we thought about what you'd want. The new 20th anniversary Jumbo Bucks Instant Games from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
And we're back.
Hey!
Johnny B here with Macaroni Gannon, Avento Lane, Brian Barrett. And
it's a sunny Friday morning, but it's a chilly one.
It is chilly.
It is chilly.
But so I understand we have an answer to our last one.
What's question 54?
On New Year's, there are many pros, but what's the biggest con?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Confetti!
Confetti! Nay, 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 kids.
Confetti. Way to go, guys. Hey, Tony Robinson, good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you for listening
our
in.
good music buddy, Tony Robinson. Hey, by the way, guys.
Yeah, let us know, Tony, when you can come jam with us.
It's looking like John Rue 4's got to be the second Saturday in May. I want y'all to be checking that for me. Second Saturday in May this year, because I'm due to be out of town on a case, and I can't.
Whoa.
What?
Some more stuff for your bio. Big Mike also lets us know the racetrack was the last thing there before it was torn down.
Yeah.
He also promoted many concerts for James Brown, Jackie Wilson, and the likes of thereof. How about that?
But yeah.
I didn't know he promoted folks too.
Of course, when he was beginning, he did some rockabilly stuff, like That's All Right Mama.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So he kind of morphed more into the mainstream country later.
Right. It's kind of like
a White Sport Coat was a pop hit as well as a country hit. It wasn't number one on the pop, it was number one in the country. But
Now, see, I can see that as a pop song. I can understand that, but
I'm pretty sure it's top 10.
I'm kind of weird on making.
All right, so now for 55. Why should you stand on your left foot? Why should you stand on your left foot during the New Year's countdown?
Why should you stand on your... Oh, that's an easy one.
Why should you stand on your left foot during the New Year's countdown?
Because the other one ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
I think I even know the answer to this one.
1960 was a good year for Marty on Western songs. Here's another number one. Ride, cowboy, ride, don't ride too slow. Tucson's a mighty long way yet to go. He started his long ride in Prescott. The sun was 100 or more. Onward he rode at full gallop, out on the desert floor, driving the big herd to Flagstaff. In Prescott the letter was there. Happiness soon would be sorrow, for sad news the letter did bear. Ride, cowboy, ride, don't go too slow. Ride, cowboy, ride, you've a long way to go. Your darling now lies on her deathbed, racked by fever and pain, reaching for you at her bedside. At each breath she's calling your name. Forward he leaned in the saddle, pushing through mesquite and sage, his head never raised for a greeting as he passed the Wickenburg stage. Ride, cowboy, ride, don't ride too slow. Tucson's a mighty long way yet to go. In Phoenix he traded horses, now on the back of this roan. He could see visions of Tucson, his darling and their lovely home. Ride, cowboy, ride, don't ride too slow. There's still 120 to go. In through the ranch gate he galloped, and without breaking his stride, he bounded out of the saddle and rushed to his sweet darling's side. Then as the dying girl saw him, a smile came over her face, holding her hand as it tightened. Barely had he won the race. Ride, cowboy, ride, on through the blue. Ride, cowboy, ride, she'll be waiting for you. Ride, cowboy, ride, on through the blue. Ride, cowboy, ride, she'll be waiting for you.
She'll be waiting for you.
Waiting for you.
Saying, where you been?
I don't know if we can get...
What you tell somebody when you going somewhere?
She'll be waiting for that frying pan in that left hand. There is number 55.
Why should you stand on your left foot during the New Year's countdown?
You were close but wrong.
I know.
That's so you can start the new year off on the right foot. Yeah. Nay, 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 these kids.
So, I have
number
a bonus.
55.
I have a bonus for him.
Oh,
bonus.
56 is a bonus?
Bonus.
What is a New Year's resolution?
Something everybody said that they ain't gonna do.
It can't
Restless
be kept.
cattle, stop your milling round. It's time to go to sleep. While I tell you about some secrets this poor cowboy has to keep. You won't understand, but still I'd like to get it off my chest. Restless cattle, now it's time to get some rest. If I show you what I carry, will you promise not to laugh? If another teardrop falls and stains her faded photograph, only you know how I feel inside. Only you know that I weep. Restless cattle, settle down, it's time to sleep.
Good night.
What's this you've stopped? You're milling. Can it be you understand that a cowboy cries like any other man? I guess my story must have touched you, 'cause you're all standing around restless cattle. Now it's time for bedding down. Guess my story must have touched you, 'cause you're all standing around restless cattle. Now it's time for bedding down.
Bedding down.
Let's move to Man Walks Among Us, because if we can squeeze one more in, because it's people always are amazed when they ask me what my favorite Marty Robbins song, and I tell them it's this one.
Did you ask 56 again? Question 56, guys.
What is a New Year's resolution?
What is a New Year's resolution? Get it in quick. Well, here it is. Something that goes in one year and out the other. Nay, 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 kids. Good job, guys.
And 1 year and out the other.
Good
and
job,
1 year and out
guys.
the other.
1 year and out the udder.
But if you know,
And
Marty.
speaking of cows, udder, out the udder.
Out the udder. That's good. That would have been good. Yeah. Marty grew up in abject poverty in the Arizona desert, literally in shacks put together with scrap lumber by his father until he left him as a child, and then. So he had a grandfather though, Cowboy. What was his name? He was a well-known guy. Told Marty all these Western tales, but I think Marty's at his height poetically and lyrically in this song.
Yeah.
As well. Warm are the winds on the desert. A whirlwind is dancing around. I stop to survey all the beauty that's here when a shadow moves out across the ground. It's an eagle that circles above me, and he screams to his friends on the hill. Stay close together, move not a feather. Man walks among us, be still, be still. Man walks among us, be still. Everything hides, but I see them. I've spotted an old mother quail. I look close and see, looking right back at me, the eyes of a young cottontail. I see a coyote sneaking as he crawls through the brush on the hill, and the eagle screams down, stay close to the ground. Here we go. Man walks among us, be still, be still. Man walks among us, be still. 20 feet high in the side of a cactus, I see a hole where the butcher bird stays. If mortals could choose, and if heaven should ask us, here's where I'd want to spend all of my day. But soon we'll be gone, all the deserts. Cities will cover each hill. Today will just be a fond memory, for man walks among us, be still, be still. Man walks among us, be still.
Wow, that's pretty heavy.
Ain't that a song?
That's a heck of a
Mm-hmm. Pretty heavy, pretty heavy.
Well, be still.
Well, you know what? Be still.
Are we still going, or are
Be
we?
still. Well, yeah, throw another one in there on them.
Well, put Master's Call back there. That's a pretty incredible
We'd like
song.
to thank Nene's kids for participating with the show again today. You're up to
Absolutely.
56. We'll do some more next Friday, good Lord willing, and the snow don't come. Which it might. They're calling for some of that stuff next week.
Marty was a Christian, a believer, and let his faith be known, not boastfully, but in subtle ways many times, as I've heard him be interviewed over the years. And they said, "What would you like to be known as?" He said, "Well, I'd like to be known as a good singer and a good man, but more as a good man." Which he was.
Well, yeah.
So the Master's Call is an incredible song. If y'all got it where you can find it, you can set it aside. That should be it there. Even I've tried to put some numbers on there for you.
Yeah. What are we going to be? In G?
B flat. B flat.
B flat, B flat.
When I was but a young man, I was wild and full of fire. A youth within my teens, but full of challenge and desire. I ran away from home and left my mother and my dad. I know it grieved them so to think their only boy went bad. Fell in with an outlaw band, their names were known quite well. How many times we robbed and plundered I could never tell. This kind of sinful living leads only to a fall. I learned that much and more the night I heard my master call. One night we'd rustled cattle, 1,000 head or so. Started them down on the trail that leads to Mexico. When a norther started blowing, lightning flashed about. Thought someone was calling me, thought I heard a shout. Then at that moment lightning struck not 20 yards from me, and left there was a giant cross where once there was a tree. This time I knew I heard a voice so sweet and strange, a voice that came from everywhere, a voice that called my name. So frightened I was thinking of sinful deeds I'd done. I failed to see the 1,000 head of cattle start to run. The cattle they stampeded were running all around. My pony ran but stumbled, and it threw me to the ground. I felt the end was nearing, that death would be the price, when another bolt of lightning showed the face of Jesus Christ. And I cried, "Oh Lord, forgive me, don't let it happen now. I want to live for you alone, oh God, these words I vow." My wicked past unfolded, I thought of wasted years, when another bolt of lightning killed 100 head of steers. And the others rushed on by me, and I was left to live. The master has a reason, life is his to take or give. A miracle performed that night, I wasn't meant to die. The dead ones formed a barricade, at least 6 or 7 high. And right behind them there was I, afraid but safe and sound. I cried in vain for mercy, lying there upon the ground. A pardon I was granted, like the garden I was granted, my sinful soul set free. No more to fear the angry waves upon life's stormy sea. Forgiven by the love of God, a love that will remain. I learned that much and more the night the Savior called my name. My name. Another bit. Well,
yeah, all right.
Tunes.
Mighty good, mighty
Brian's
good.
letting us just go on.
Hey. Once again, guys, thank y'all for being a part of the show today. Big Mike, thanks for the info that we did not know. And everybody listening, Kenny Pruitt and Tony Robinson and all you fine folks out there that listen to us every Friday.
Absolutely.
We do appreciate it.
Oh, more than we can say.
And if
More
we
than
don't say
can
everybody's name, it's because we just can't get to them all sometimes.
Yeah, but sometimes just because we're dumb.
Hey, me buck off.
Sometimes Johnny B. can't read his writing on his own phone.
That's right. We'll just go out on this song since Old Red, if you can find it.
Old Red?
Should have been the very bottom of the stack.
We're gonna hoof it.
It's just a straight 1, 4, 5 and C. Old Red was one of the orneriest yet I'd seen at the big rodeo. He'd bite you and kick you and stomp out your life. Old Red had never been rode. Meaner than sin, wild as the wind that blew on the Montana plains. Old Red was one of the last of his kind, and he wasn't about to be tamed. From Idaho, a young cowboy came to ride in the big rodeo. The young cowboy's name was Billy McLean, and Billy had never been thrown. It's charged a little off, I apologize.
I'm not paying attention.
The greatest desire filled young Billy's heart to ride this old outlaw called Red. He drew him one day and I heard Billy say, I'll ride him or drop over dead. Old Red was wicked out there in the chute, kicking and stomping about. Billy climbed into the saddle with ease and he yelled, turn him loose, let us out. Old Red came out with his head on the ground. His back hooves were touching his nose, trying to get rid of the man on his back, but the man went wherever he'd go. We're gonna take it up. Billy was racking old Red with his spurs from the tail to the tip of his chin. He was doing quite well, but Billy could tell this outlaw would never give in. Old Red was running straight for the fence, suddenly stopping, and then he reared on his hind legs and fell on his back, taking poor Billy with him. There was a hush from the crowd and they knew this would be Billy's last ride. The saddle horn crushed Billy's chest when they fell, and under old Red Billy died. Old Red lay still, no more would he move. The cowboys that seen it could tell. And trying to throw Billy off of his back, old Red broke his neck when he fell. Out in the west there's a place where they rest the cowboy that's never been thrown. Just 1 foot away, resting there neath the clay, is the outlaw that's never been thrown. That was good. Marty wrote that about when he heard about a cowboy killed in a rodeo. The cowboy that was actually killed in the rodeo was killed by a bull, but Marty wanted to make it back in old radio days when the chief event was riding the Broncos. And so that's what he made. That's what he did.
Wow.
Thank you, Brian. Thanks for letting us go over. Apologize for encroaching on your time, but you got your head cut real good.
Yeah. What a head.
Telling you, yeah, that works.
He got a nice
I see the
little head,
I see the gleam. See you folks. Thank you.
Later.
Bye, everybody.